Cancer, a little bit disturbing, but I keep hearing, don't you start on me. Why would you want to start on me? Why would you want to be with me? Why are you with me anyway? Or like, why start on me? Why don't you just do this then? Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. Jackie's son. It could be a family situation going on. And you said, why on earth would you just come out of nowhere like Superman and start on me? Like, I don't know, is someone taking someone's bad day out on someone? Like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Colin. But I'm having a bad day, Colin. I'm having a Colin. Or a collie cross, or something to do with someone's very cross. Oh, Sagittarius, Taurus energy, I feel. Like I'm having a bad day, I'm going to take it out on somebody. So like, what's so down? What are you so down? And their anger starts to come. Icarus? But like their anger starts to show, and you're like, why on earth are you so fucking angry for? To do with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Why are you so angry? Yeah, well, I've got to take it out on somebody. I don't know what that's coming up for you. Something's coming up for review. Your rent, or your mortgage, or your house, or your home. Housing. Oh, this is my friend Chris, really? It keeps coming up. House, about housing development, and about what came up, arrested development, about someone being arrested. Or like a development in a scenario that is to do with a house and a home, and a bank and a mortgage. And I'm trying to find out info of what's going on in other people's lives. And I'm trying to find out where you're gone when you're not here. Where is it that you go? Okay, or Fargo, or Ferguson, or Filofax. Felix? What's the matter, Felix? like, I don't know. I keep hearing like, I'm trying to find out where you go. There's a lot of energy here of like, we're trying to track your steps of where you go. Like I'm now having to like retrace my steps back. Like I have to take 2 steps back, and I have to back off a little bit. Okay, and I have to track my steps back to where it was that I started. So what is that? Someone trying to track someone's steps? Unless you're on a Fitbit or something and you're monitoring your steps. But like, they keep saying like I'm having to backtrack and go back to the start again. And I'm having to backtrack a load of information to try and find out where it came from. Or someone keeps trying to find out information on where they're from. Like, what's your name? What's your number? Where'd you come from? Like, is it to do with the police or something? Or like, I need to backtrack a load of information. Because this came up around a gravestone and a grave site. And people that took information to the grave, and now we're having to like go through all paperwork and information to try and find out like what is that information that we can't get to, and why can we not reach that certain point of the info? Okay, and why won't you talk to me, and why won't you tell me about it? Okay, so it's like retracking Stapleton. Oh wow, that's a country and western artist there, Stapleton. But like Chris Stapleton, Chris, that's my friend. But like, I'm having to backtrack my steps and go through a load of stuff in order to find out where my ancestors came from. Or like, where did you come from? Where did you go? Cotton Eye Joe from Cottenham, from Cambridge, or the name Joe, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. Anybody beginning with J? Okay, but like, I'm having to retrack my steps and retrace a load of things. Dick Tracy, Dick, Richard, Taurus. Sorry, it's because I know someone called Richard that's a Taurus. So you're coming up in the Taurus reading, Cancer, Life Path 7. Okay. And it's about tracking back steps of information and like having to go backwards in order to be able to go forwards. Like, okay, 4. Scorpio, Aries. You were in the Aries reading, you guys. Okay. Sorry, you were in the last reading I did. Which was Gemini. Okay, 6, Capricorn, Gemini. You're in that reading, and it was to do with an Aries or a Scorpio. 4, Life Path 4. And we can't do anything until we find out the information from the Emperor. We can't do anything with our lives until we find out what's locked into a 4, which is like a bank, which would be a 4 of Pentacles if it was, a bank, a building society, a death certificate, a birth certificate. like the doctors, like about an illness, and we can't do anything until we're given a diagnosis. I can't like go forward on my relationships or my life until we find out what my results are at school, or my results of hospital work and stuff like this, blood work, the same blood work. And we don't know, like, until I find out what my blood says or my blood test says, I don't know why I keep picking up, I don't know what I can eat until I find out, is this someone that has sugar diabetes? Until I find out what my BT, okay, so I know someone that's called BT, she has cancer, bless her, okay, and there's a lot of hospital work that needs doing, okay, so there is something here around this. We can't do anything yet until we find out, like, what the diagnosis is to do with around an illness, and I can't continue on my path until I know what that is. So it might be like diabetes, it could be bank money, being able to get into a bank account. Can't do anything with my life until I get a job, okay, all that kind of thing, or the name Rob or Robert or Robin, but like a Robertson, Steve, Tina, and we can't really do anything until we get, because it could even be like COVID related stuff, right, and it's government things to do with around the government, and we can't do anything until the government says so. Okay, so like we can't come out of lockdown if you guys are in lockdown, or we can't get work, or we can't go into a pub or a boozer until we find out. We can't open up a shop, or we can't start a franchise off until, okay, or it's like hospital stuff, and like people can't come into the hospital and you can't come in. If your name's not down, you're not coming in. So it's a bit like a bouncer, okay, like a bouncer. If your name's not down, you're not coming in, okay. But like if your name's not on the list, you're not getting in. If if you're not down on this certain list, or the name Melissa, okay, or molest. Oh, okay, what's that? Oh dear, some sort of offence around what's that? Child abuse. I don't know if there's counselling or something here around an abusive mother, an abuse. If someone put somebody up on charges here and having to go to court for physical and mental abuse, okay, and I can't get on with my life until I find out the results from the police. Okay, until the police say so, we can't open our doors, or till the government say so, we can't open our doors, or like until someone says, Simon said Cynthia, but like until then, to be quite honest with you, a lot of this is around we can't do anything until we find out from Aries, Scorpio or Aries, and that would represent Death card, okay, a life path 4, and Aries, and also like we can't find out until the bank says so, till the hospital says so. Until you give the word go, we can't do anything until you give the word go. And as soon as you do, then we'll know. So it might be where some of you feel as if you're being lied to, and you don't know what the truth is, and you can't find out what that truth is until the person tells you it. And you might have tried forever and a day trying to get the truth out of someone, and they constantly lie all the time, or something. And like because there's around a 2 and Libra as well that were in that reading. If you're on Patron, it's something that was locked in of information that can't be given or disclosed, and because it is or kosher, this is a death certificate, like birth certificate. I don't know what my birth certificate is. I don't know what well, you wouldn't know what your death certificate is. Why would you need a death certificate? Proof of identity of death, and we can't get the will or anything until we've been proven that somebody died. Like it's like a will, or like a say they're saying that it's either a will or like a life insurance, okay, like until you are proven that someone died because of circumstances of like, okay, they had a life insurance but they may have been killed perhaps, okay, and because they were, that probably doesn't say that. Because that happened, there's a load of red tape, basically, right? There's a load of red tape to go through, and because of that, we're not going to probably know until later on in the year, until it goes to court, and we have to fight for justice, which would be a Libra, okay, unless you're a fucking Cape Crusader. But like, we have to fight for justice, and we have to pretty much go to court to find out whether what we're going to get, how much is being given to some of us, Like, and it might be like a will. Until the will is read out, we don't know how much you've been given. It might be like a life insurance, and the insurance policy may have had certain clause in the policy of death, or that kind of thing, or birth. Even they're saying something around a grandchild or a child here. Okay, and like because of that, because there are certain pieces of info that are above and beyond us actually knowing it until the courts say so, then we can't really do anything about it, or the hospital. And it might be like a coroner wrote the report. It could be Ruby Wax. It could be Ruby. Okay, Reuben, Robert. But like, yeah, until we find out what that information is from the coroner to say what was the cause of death, then we're not going to really know about, like, what was the actual cause of someone dying. Okay. So it's kind of like certificates of will and things like that, and money. Okay, so that's what I've got for you guys. Okay, you're right, Cancer. How you doing? So that's what Spirit has to say to you. If you believe in all of that sort of stuff, but it's up to you what you believe in. And then we're going to look into your tarot and see what you've got coming up this week. So Cancer, please, or Life Path 7, or two numbers that come together to make a 7. Okay. So, same card that came out in the last reading. This is the long and winding road that leads to your door. So the long and winding road, it's a long way to go. We've still got a long way to go, but I love you, Jenny. So some of your love lives are really showing up here, but they're showing up one step at a time. Like we're just at first base, really. We haven't actually consumed a relationship of eating you out or anything, or taking you out for dinner. But like we haven't actually consumed you yet. Like I haven't tasted it yet. So it's kind of like, well, you can have something, and you can have a taste of something, but you just can't have it all. Okay, so it might be like me, like a diet. Okay, you might be on a diet, and you might be like, I'm just taking it one step at a time towards success, basically. Okay, and that I can only taste certain things, but I mean, me, I don't have no access to my nose. I can't smell anything. Okay, never been able to, even as a child. I can't smell anything. Okay, and I've had major operations and nothing's ever worked, so I give up a long time ago. Okay, so I don't know why. Like, I mean, to me, to be quite honest with you, on a diet, I think it's a fucking good job that I can't smell, because that would probably make it worse. But something here around it might be around your diet, and you can only have certain things, right? Or there's certain pieces of information that you've got, but you just haven't got it all yet. Okay, or you've got a little piece of somebody, but you haven't got the whole thing yet. Okay, so I'm just having a small piece, but not all of it. So it might be where you're on a diet, or this person is, and you're having small pieces of information, one piece at a time. That would also be the Akashic Book of Records, any of you are channeling. Let's see, Cancer, what they got coming up this week, please, for Cancerian. So it could be one piece of information. I mean, your love life should be really good here. Okay, your love life is, but these are also like clients and children. But I pick up that this is that one piece of information that a lot of you are probably trying to find out at this time here. Because this is really slow, but then all of a sudden things really pick up like really fast. Definitely within your love life. Okay, but this is like also information. Like the information that I was waiting on, I suddenly got the information and it come in really fucking quick. Before I even knew it, bam, they're here. Like whoosh, Jumping Jack Flash or Jumping Jack Frost. Right, but like Jumping Jack Flash is a gas. He's a gas. Unless you suddenly decide to shit yourself and you're like, oh, that come out fast. Come out of his bum like a bullet from a gun. Run beyond the holly bush, stick it in your mother's mush. Great big sperm balls running down your leg with a mouthful of tit and you... Ooh, that's English. In an English country garden. Some of you might be going out into the garden. I keep hearing this Joni Mitchell. Back to the garden. Back to the garden. Back to the garden. You might be going to visit your sister or your brother and you go out into the garden quite a lot. Okay, you go out into the garden and it's like, well, let's go back to the garden then. Some of you, it might be where there's a few... you may have buried something in the garden. Where is it? Sandy. It's in the sand. St. Neots? Sandy? John Travolta? Sandy? Olivia Newton-John? John? but like it's in the sand, like we buried it in the sand or the soil. Okay. Well, that's trees. Some of you might be treeser. You might be planting trees. Do you realise that the earth is fucked, basically, because of the amount of people that do not plant trees for soil? I keep saying soil, soiling. Oh, I soiled myself. Some of you might shit yourself. I don't know. You probably got like soil, peat, planting. Might be smoking copious amounts of ganja. Planting seeds. Sowing the seeds of love, sowing the seeds. Some of you are just sowing. You're sowing, knitting material, or like you're sowing seeds, like you're planting seeds as you go, and you're like, this seems to be going really well. Like as a couple, okay, we're just planting them as we go. Some of you might work on the land. Or selling seeds. Selling seeds. Some of you are selling seeds, drugs maybe. Or you're buying a load of seeds off somebody to grow your own weed. You might have like a lamp or something, so you might be looking at Virgo. Like seeds of weed, and we're growing a load of weed, and we're getting like a lamp set up and everything and whatnot. I why I'm picking that up, because that's heat. That's hot and spicy. Some of you might be putting a lot of spices on your food and heating it up a little bit. Okay, some of this is your sex life. Let's see, Cancerian. Ooh, my ovulas are contracting. Someone's definitely knocking at your O, that's for sure. Someone's definitely banging your back doors in, Jim, or they would do. They're like, listen, you can go in any hole you like, but every hole's a winner, baby. So some of you, it's a baby. Some of you are wanting a baby. Some of you are talking about maybe having children. Some of you already got children. But this is definitely where someone's suddenly... Oh, someone's on their period here. The blood starts to flow. Blood flow. Blood work, blood flow. Blood in it, G. Someone's all G'd up in it, G. This came up through Sagittarius, G. Yeah, G, Gianna, Jason, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie. Yeah, G in it, G. Yeah, G. You know Gina, Gina G, Gina G, Gina T, Tina T, Tina T, Gina G, Tina T. G and T. Some of you are GDT or GT, or you're drinking tonic water, which I do. Or gin and tonic. Gin and tonic. Okay, it's actually supposed to be really good for a diet, is gin and tonic. Or just straight up gin. Or Jim. Jim Bowen, look at what you could have won. You've won a baby. Oh, really? Well, I've just won a baby? Really? I just want a baby, Janai. Do you want baby? Do you want children? Some of you are just talking about children, sex. Do you want it? Do you want it? Like, do you wanna? Do you wanna? Where do you come from? Tijuana? Or are you called Tatiana? Or Tijuana? Tijuana. Tijuana? Tijuana, man. Someone's up in the marijuana, man. He's like, yeah, boy. We up with the marijuana. Do you smoke, fool? No, but I prefer to smoke a pipe. Someone's all up in the marijuana. Marijuana tree. Oh, actually, I've done an angel radio on that. I'll have to listen to that one. There's a marijuana tree. Yeah, Pisces. All up in your ovaries and your shoras and your acras. That's fucking wrong, isn't it? All up in your ritas and your auras and your chakras and your... Oh my God, I just feel them intensely all over my body. This bird's got a fucking sexy body. Like, it's like, look at me body. Like, look, I'll just put a robe around it so you can see certain bits. But you're not watching it all. Bruv, this chick is wild. She's like, oh, she's a good old girl. Some of you might be sending a picture of your body to, like, sending pieces of your body. I'm going to send you another piece of my body. Gosh, she's got a nice pair of bangers there. Get up there. Ooh. Oh, that's a nice pair of knockers you got there. That's a nice pair of brass knockers. God. You're knocking on that door, I bet. I'll be knocking on your door, sweetheart. Trust me, you can. Let's see. Show me the other person connected to Cancer, please. You can also watch this as a life path 7, or 2 numbers that come together as 7. Can we come together? Can we talk? Can we talk? We really need to talk about this. You got life path 4, Aries, Scorpio, making an offer. I'm going to make you an offer. I'm going to make you an offer you cannot refuse. You can't refuse me. Why? Because I love you, don't I? I love you too. Oh, it's the Capricorn. Oh, it's a Capricorn. It's like, well, I'm horny. Are you? Yeah, I am. Well then, let's get it on like Donkey Kong. Now, some of you, like I said, this comes up as an offer that you can't refuse. Like, I can't refuse you. Like, it's just, can't abuse you either. I don't know what about abuse is here. But I'm hearing like I can't seem to refuse your offer. Because it's focused on a Piscean 3 here. Okay, and I'm just waiting to be able to, like, you know, get all up and around your readers and everything. Right. Shove a little bit more darkness in you. I believe in a thing called love. Love is just a song by the darkness. I believe in a thing called love. Do you believe in a thing called love? If the devil loves you, the devil loves you. This is tempting. Tempting offer. Of course, very tempting. God, you're very tempting. Temptation. Can't fight the devil. I want to give it to the devil. Do you want to? Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I'll give it to the devil. I'd take it to the back door, man. I'd take it to the streets, G. So I'm hearing. Take it to the streets, G. Yeah, bruv. Yeah, take note to the street. Unless you're, my gosh, you're fit and don't you just know it. That's the streets. I'll give her about an 8 or a 9, but my gosh, she's fit, but don't she just know it? Oh my God, she does know it and all. Oh, fuck, she does. She does. She goes like the clappers. Chappers, she goes like the clappers. Yeah, she knows it and all. That's what I'm hearing, yeah, she knows it. She knows how to work it. Or twerk. Yeah, I know how to work and twerk. And do it all. Oh, dear. This is a good girl. She knows how to do everything here. No, trust me, bruv. When I get my gums around your plums, I know which one to suck and which one not to suck. Because you're going to be sucking it. It's like trying to, like a baby's arm holding a blood orange. And you're like, bruv, I could suck that for a nose pipe. So someone's a good sucker up in here. And this is like a dummy. But like, someone's a good sucker. I'm a sucker for punishment. I bet you are. I'm going to suck the last little drop out of you. So, unless you're like, it's either sperm or it's like blood, I don't know, but like I'll suck like the living hell out of you. I'm going to suck you dry. I mean, put the lotion in the basket. Come on. Put the lotion on it. Go on, put the lotion on it. Go on, I just want to hear it. Put the lotion on. Put the lotion in the basket. Someone's putting lotion all over themselves. I mean, they're buttering themselves up. You're like, bruv, I don't need no lotion. I'm as wet as fuck anyway. And you're like, yeah, but I need some lotion. I need to do the locomotion with me. Kylie, Minogue, Jason, Donovan. You gotta swing your hips now. Come on, baby. Jump up, jump back. Jumping Jack, Flash, Cock, Frost. I'm gonna let you out the night. Everybody's doing the locomotion. Loki? What, you watching Marvel? Yeah, I am. I'm a life path 7. I am, Steve said. Yeah, so for the people, when I said, listen to what Steve said, for all those people that lost, there was 3 people that lost, people called Steve. And it freaked me out a little bit. I'm sorry, sweethearts, but it did. Because they kept saying, listen to what Steve said, 7 days. If you go back to when the person did lose, and another person called Steve. Okay, there you go. So my condolences there for you guys. Yeah, Marvel. Some of you are watching like I am on the Mickey Mouse show bit, whatever it is. It's a good deal, bruv. There's fucking loads of shit on there you can keep yourself occupied with. But some of you, this person's occupied with you. This is occupying a human host. This is Ozzy Osbourne and someone from Australia called Bruce. But this is, yeah, this is occupying a human host. It's Elijah. Ghosty. Go Steve. Ghosty. Hey, someone's from a little bit pasty. Someone could be from up north and like, hey, Steve. Hey, you right there, Steve? What's your name? Derek. Hey, Derek. You right there, Terry? Terry and Derek. Walking down the hill. Just called Jack and Jill. We walked down the hill. Terry fell over and said, fuck it. Leave it, la. Leave it, la, la. Oh, you're a fucking la, la. Jack went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and said, what the fuck did you do that for, you dickhead? Well, I wanted to. Well, what did you fall down for? Fallout. Some of you are playing Xbox games and Fallout. Some of you are going to fall out. No, I don't think you're going to fall out. Fall out. Fall in and out of love. I'm just a fall in and out. In and out. Some of you are too pum chum. And you're like, yep, I'm in and then I'm out and then I'm in and I'm out and I'm in and I'm out. Oh, I'm in. Are you in? Are you in yet? Like, oh, I mean, what is this fucking, what do you call it? McMuffin. McMuffin! He gets his lube and he goes, well, I got some lube. And he's like, and she's like looking at him as if saying, are you in yet? And he's like, oh, I think I'm in. Bruv, someone's got a wiener. But like, are you in yet? And you're like, I'm sure I'm in. He's like, oh, I'm in. She's like, really, bruv, are you in? Like, yeah, I'm in. Come on, I'm in there. I'm in there like a pot of gold. Goldilocks, silver. Yeah, I'm in there like silver, bruv. I'm in there like mustard is what we normally, was what I say. Go on, I'm in there like mustard, bruv. It's like a bit of mustard between two buns. I mean, what is it, sausage party? Go on, look at that, look. Chop his wiener off. I mean, is someone Jewish up in here? They're having their foreskin taken off. I don't know. Foreskin. Foreshore. To be sure, to be sure, to be sure. Someone from Ireland up in here. I gotta be sure first. Somebody is like, I have to be sure first, but they are sure. This person is sure. See, this came up in the other reading where it was around a Virgo, and they're like, are you sure? You're like, yes, bruv, I am fucking sure. You're sure? You know, I am 100% sure the fact that you are a sure bet. Here. This is a sure bet. Meaning like this offshore account, or it's offshore and it's off somewhere, but this is sure to be happening, to be sure, to be sure. This is 100% positive. So if you're coming from like the last reading where an X may be involved, this is not X-Men. This is the reading where this person is together with this person. Like, well, I needed clarification to watch it. Am I watching the right one? Yep. This one is a sure bet that these people are talking, having sex, moaning, groaning, soulmate, twin flame relationship, offering, a definite sure bet. So if you're watching and your name's Betty, right, or Betty Crocker, but like if you cooking, but if you end up watching this one from the last reading of Gemini and you're like, well, I'm digging for info like someone was, and these cards came up where you're like, oh, I really need to be sure first, so I need to cross-watch, there you go, you're probably going to get really pissed off. These two people are a definite sure bet that this is going to a marriage, to a relationship, to a commitment, and a twin flame relationship. Okay. So don't shoot the messenger. It's just what's in this reading. You can watch it as a life path 7. Two energies that come together are 7, or Cancerian, or even John or Paul McCartney, because they come together quite well. These two people, they actually shoot each over and call each other, or Chova. You right, Chava? Chava, Charlotte, or Chava. You right there, Chava? Go, you right there, Chavi. Right, Chava. But like, yeah, sure bet that these two people are calling each other, talking to each other, coming with each other, doing whatever they're doing. But there you go, that's your reading. There you go, Cancer. Thanks very much. If you want the rest of the reading, you'll have to join the full access bundle, clarify this side, do thoughts and feelings from your person towards you, and see pretty much what is going on. If you're over there, you can watch your numerology. So that means that you can pretty much watch a lot of readings if you understand how I reading numbers. So life path, two energies that come together to make a karmic number, and the karma that you'll be going through together, whether it be good or whether it be bad. Okay, you can obviously watch your star signs and all of the above. But if you know all of those, obviously it's going to be more beneficial when you're on the full access bundle there. Okay, but that's what I've got for you guys so far. Full access bundle can be seen provided from below, as well as everything else. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.